If you are looking to control the dynamics of the sound you are processing, then the comp expander operator is able to provide compression and expansion. Some of these dynamic techniques might need a little further explanation. Normally when people talk about compression, it reduces the dynamic range by taking the upper peaks and pushing them downward. Similarly, expanders, which are used to increase the dynamic range of a signal to reduce the levels below a certain volume. So quieter sections of music, where background noise or hiss is audible, can be reduced, allowing the noise to be masked more easily. All modes of operation share the same controls. A common setup for recording would be to use a downward expander to reduce the volume of any background noise, in combination with a downward compressor to keep the recording's level in check. This can lead to a cleaner sounding and tighter recording, as you can hear from this example. Here is the sound untreated. And now with both downward compression and expansion to tidy it up. Perhaps the most important, and certainly the most used effect on recordings, is the reverb. It is used to replace the ambience that is very often lost when recording in a sterile recording studio, using closed miking techniques. It is important to get it right, since it is perhaps the effect that has the highest potential to ruin a mix. Nitrous includes Hall, spring, and plate algorithms to provide a range of different reverb types. Regardless of the algorithm used, the controls are the same. The first two are used to control the pre-delay. This is the amount of time between hearing the initial sound and then hearing the first reflections. Have a listen to this example. The reverb here has a tendency to sound a little mushy. Relatively small increases in the pre-time value can be used to tidy this up. Increasing the value tends to cause a change in the effect so that it sounds a bit more like a short delay. The pre-delay can be set to work in either absolute time or it can be locked to your tempo for a more musical result. The latter of these is particularly handy if you want to use the operator for more delay style effect and beyond. Nitrous includes a pitch operator, which, as you may be shocked to hear, can be used to alter the pitch of the incoming signal. As we showed in an earlier video, this can be put to very good use when you combine with modulation. The operator contains 3 controls and a resolution switch. The resolution switch has 3 different options: standard, high, and highest. This offers you a range of qualities, although with each increase, you'll have to trade off by having a higher processor usage and higher latency. The 3 controls are labeled semitones, sense, and tune. The first of these gives you a range that allows you to tune up or down by a full octave within semitone increments. If for any reason you need finer control, then you can use the scent control, and this will give you an additional range upward or downwards between -50 and +50%. Lastly, the tune control allows you to further change upwards or downwards by an octave. The resolution of this allows for scent increments. This essentially gives you 2 ways of controlling your pitch. In the next example, we'll be processing an arpeggiated synthesizer line. Moving over to the modulation section and inserting a low-frequency oscillator into Mod 1, we can then route that using the matrix to the scent control. We will change the waveform also to a triangle wave to give more of a linear pitch drift. In the matrix, link this up and increase the sensitivity control to maximum. The stereo operator in Nitrous is used to give control beyond that, which you would normally find in pan control. There are only two controls here, the first acting like a normal pan control, allowing shifts in the stereo balance from left to right. The next control is used to change the apparent width of a sound. Using a percussion sound, we can demonstrate the effect of this control. At 0%, this will change a fixed signal so that it will appear pan centrally. Increasing the width beyond 100% results in Nitrous using psychoacoustic techniques to increase the apparent panning of the sound. This is the same technique that is used to make sounds appear that they came from a location wider than a set of stereo speakers. The panner treats the incoming stereo signal as two individual mono inputs into the operator. The panner then gives you control over the panning of each of these. When the left channel is pan hard left and the right channel is pan hard right, then the incoming stereo signal will be unchanged. The pan positions could be flipped so that the right sound is pan left and the left sound is pan right, or anything in between. The last operator is used to change the phase of the incoming signal. It consists of one control that allows you to switch from positive to negative. This in itself will not change the character of the signal being processed. However, it does change how the signal interacts with others.